Hey, beautiful souls. How are y'all doing today? Every day I've been coming on here giving y'all a weather update. Fortunately, the snowstorm has gone about its business. It's beautiful outside, but the wind is up and it's still cold. And not one, I live on a street where there's about maybe 10 houses in a very small neighborhood. And no one has left the neighborhood since it started snowing. I've got my days mixed up because I've been in the house. I think it starts snowing Saturday night, and no one has left the neighborhood. So today it's Monday. It feels like, I don't know, my days are just totally off. But anyway, it's really beautiful outside, but it's still cold, and everything is still white. So you got a mixture of ice and snow. So hopefully some of it will melt today. But usually when it does that in our neighborhood, the streets take a long time unless they come and scrape the streets. So we will see what happened. And we have a really long driveway, so we usually have to scrape that ourselves. But anyway, are y'all ready for your divine message? I want us as a collective to get happy about the journey that we're on right now to becoming. We're always, or we should be, evolving every so often. We should be evolving to our best and next level. And this is the best time to be alive right now. So many things are changing, and you've always had the power. But far as in this 3-dimensional, the gatekeepers, they've been gone. They're gone. So you have the power to really create and shape the world that you desire. Not just for yourself, but for everyone. Especially on a collective community base. I'm drinking my homemade hot chocolate. It's good. So I just want us to get excited about what we're doing. And I look for it every day, waking up, journaling, the message from the divine. And it's just been amazing being able to fit every last word that comes out, every last card that comes out into my journaling. And today I wrote almost a page of what my message was. And that just excites me every day to wake up and be able to, speak my life into existence of the things that I desire for my life. And so can you. So this is why I do what I do. Domestic violence victims, survivors, family members, they have a very close thing to my heart because I know how that feels. Not necessarily me being in that situation, but my sister was in that situation and she lost her life. So this is very dear to my heart. And I know how I've been through the grief, the sadness. And one time I felt like when I lost my sister, it was like, because we grew up together. We were foster children. We came up. She was my biological sister. It was eight 8 siblings, which included me, makes 8. But um, growing up with her, she's the only one I grew up with, and we were in foster home, and we were 22 months apart. So that was really, really hard for me when she was killed. So I went through the depression, the grief, the one point I didn't know if I wanted to go on with life without my sister. And I was married, but it's my husband didn't understand the way I felt, and I was just like, honey, he's like, you got me. And I said, I know that. I know I got you. This is a different type of feeling to lose your sibling. So you can pull yourself out of that. And it's not what happens to you, it's what you do to help you get out of that situation of grief, depression, just your whole world lost. And that's what domestic violence does. It tears up a foundation in you. It doesn't matter if you're a family member, you're a victim, you're a survivor. You got to put your life back together. You got to put the pieces back together. That's why I say pieces to piece. Pieces to piece. You got to put your life back together. And it's challenging, but it can be done because there is healing and a beautiful life on the other side of that. And what I decided to do with my sister tragedy is I made a promise that I would not let her death be in vain. And I wanted to make sure that the man who took her life was convicted, and he was. And I kept her name in people's face, and I still do. I did not let her name or her voice go voiceless, even though she was voiceless. So that's how I dealt with my tragedy. And I am leaving a legacy for my family, her children, and also changing the trajectory of my family, breaking those generational curses, and just putting in the work to make sure that we are leaving a legacy, breaking generational curses, not staying stuck, helping others to get past their crisis, just educating everyone about domestic violence, allowing others to share their stories, giving voice to the voiceless. So many things I can't even name or think of right now, but it is changing the trajectory of our community. So many wonderful things have come out of me sharing my sister Cheryl's story. And it's just been a remarkable, amazing journey that it took the sadness, the tragedy, and has turned it all into something really, 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 really amazing. Actually, my sister's story has appeared on national TV. Actually, last year in October the 3rd, it premiered on what's the name of that show? Fatal Attraction. So her story is on Fatal Attraction. I'm just surprised. It's what do they say? Your gifts will make room for you. Your gifts will make room for you. And Many times I tried to run away from domestic violence because it's very heavy. But when you have a calling on your life, people are going to pursue you. Um, and this is not to brag or anything, but domestic violence, I know there is a purpose, there is a mission. Um, I've had so many opportunities on news media. Um, I appeared on the front of a magazine, our local magazine this year. The end of last year. And just so many unexpected things have happened just by me saying my sister name, making sure that domestic violence does not go unheard for the voiceless. Um, Cheryl, she became the name as a representation of Sound of Silence in my community. Um, so it's just been an amazing, amazing journey. And I just want to encourage anyone to tell your story. Tell your story. Write that book. I hear so many survivors say, I started out writing my book. I want to write a book. What is holding you back from writing your book? Write your book. You don't have to have the grammar perfect or anything like that. Just start writing. You can hire someone to go over your grammar, your misspelled words, your run on sentences. That doesn't matter. But your story needs to come from you authentically so you can reach your readers. So, right after my sister's case was closed, it was like 5 years. Um, I began to write the book. I was always writing. I was always putting information out there about my sister. Um, but I sat down and I wrote this book. It took me 9 months to birth this baby, and I channeled her, and I didn't know I channeled her. And I'm gonna tell y'all, last night I've been so anti AI. It is important to be authentic in everything you do, but also because my husband been telling me like you need to use Chat GPT for just some things to help you with, not to take over your life. So I decided to go on Chat GPT and join it last night. Right now I got the free version. I just was playing with it last night. And oh my gosh, I asked some questions about my book. I asked some questions about my organization, Sound of Silence and Domestic Violence, and this book. I was like blown away what it had to say about my book. It had to say about my organization. I was just like, wow, that is so remarkable. Like it told me I have created a memoir, I have created a legacy, and I have reached communities, domestic violence community. My book is not only for survivors, but it's for all types of people, all types of areas, everything. And I was just like, wow, 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 wow. That is so amazing. And then it was telling me like things that I could do. And the funny thing is the stuff that it was telling me, far as there's like you can do media, all this, and I've done all of that. My books are in libraries, and our local libraries, and like 5 libraries. Anybody in North Carolina can get my book from the library. It's on Amazon. I've been on the news, magazines, and I'm like, wow, this is telling me what I can do, and I've already done a lot of that thing. So I already know that I haven't even, that's not even the peak of where this book can go, where my organization can go. Um, like I said, my sister has a episode um, on dang on the series Fatal Attraction, and they always calling me about my book and making a movie, and I don't know. I've gotten so many calls about making a movie about my book. I do not know. I'm not sure about that. Trusting who's legit and who's not. But I'm just like, wow, okay. But I just want to encourage you guys, especially like I said, I hear so many women say they want to tell their story, write a book, write it. And I say all that to say that when we're doing the cards, all these cards, releasing, you can rescript your life. You're always becoming. You're always becoming. So make sure you are journaling when we do these cards. Because like I said, I'm able to incorporate the message into my journaling. So you are getting quantum entanglements. Because you're scripting your life. You're scripting the life that you desire. So you're getting entangled into projecting what you desire for your life. If you survive domestic violence, you're getting a second chance, a third chance. I mean, who knows? You may have been in domestic violence several times. My interview I had with the young lady, Patty Ann, she was in domestic violence several times. So you got a whole manuscript of the things that you've been through. But when you give your story, because everybody has a story, make sure that you are giving a solution at the same time. Make sure that you're not just telling your story, because you don't want to just depress somebody and you didn't give them a solution, or you didn't tell them how you got out of the situation. Because your story, as you telling your story, it could be very relatable to what someone is going through in real time. But at the same time, they need to know, how did you overcome? How did you get out of your situation, so they can be free, so they can figure out how they can get out their situation. It may not be exactly, but it's hopeful to know that, hey, wow, you survived that. Or it's going to empower them to be like, whoo, her story is way worse than mine, and I'm feeling like I can't get out. Well, shoot, I can get out, because they got out, and they're what they was going through was way worse than me. So I want to encourage you to tell your story. Start writing, because you're putting that in the atmosphere. You're connecting your pen to your heart. You're writing to your heart and your spirit. Not only that, we always talk about the tongue is powerful and all that. And yes, that is true. Your tongue is powerful, but your pen is your sword as well. Your pen is your sword as well. Why do you think they have you signing contracts? To get you into, binding contracts because your pen, that ink is powerful. So, when you sign a contract, you are in it till the contract term expires. Or what they're going to do, they're going to sue you. So, make a contract with yourself. Make a contract with God, the Most High, and yourself to be transformative. Transform your life. You are a butterfly. You are a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. And we are constantly evolving. Constantly. So that's all I have to say about that. And I'm just excited. I'm just excited about life. And I want you to know that you are in control. Stop giving your power away to whatever. Stop giving your power away to others. Stop giving your power away to social media. Stop giving your power away to your abuser. Stop giving your power away to people that just mistreat you. You are more than enough. You are enough. You are more than enough, and you are worth it. You are a bag. You're what is it? You're a bag of chips or something like that. I forgot that saying, but look yourself in the mirror and say, I love myself. I'm worth it. And I am able and I have the power to change the trajectory, the direction of my life. All right. I am Cassandra, but they shine, and it is through our voices and stories that we can help or inspire others to become survivors. Your voice is powerful. Don't forget to sound the silence in domestic violence. We are releasing 2026 things that don't serve us anymore, no longer serve us. All right. Have a beautiful day.